What's up, Key Issues? Garrick here, and Nick finally allowed me to make one of these videos, and when I say allowed, I mean that I told him I was making this video and there wasn't really anything he could do about it, because the Joker is my favorite comic book character of all time, and because I am such a Joker shill, I think it's only fair that I bring my completely unrealistic expectations to a suit ranking video for the Joker. Now, if you like this video, I do want to kindly point out that we have 4 previous episodes in this series where we rank the on-screen suits for Spider-Man, Batman, Iron Man, and Captain America. The only downside is that Nick did those videos, so you have to listen to his voice instead of mine, which is clearly far superior, so click on the card on the screen right now to check those out. Since a lot of you seem to get pretty upset about these suit rankings and don't understand that this entire list is subjective, let me read you this disclaimer before we even get into it. These suit rankings are just my opinion. They are based off of a combination of aesthetics, functionality, comic book influence, and accuracy. Some elements factor in far more heavily than others. If you think differently about my suit rankings, good for you. Comment below with your rankings and we can discuss. Just don't be a dick about it in the comment section. With that out of the way, let's rank some suits. So, Titan's Joker looks great as a dead body. The suit looks accurate, but we can't really properly judge the outfit until we see it in action. To be honest, this might just be the suit from Titans, and we briefly see this Joker being arrested during the failed show Powerless. A clear homage to Mark Hamill's lifelong work is one of the most iconic versions of the Joker ever. While he is technically the trickster here, the Joker references are pretty obvious, but it's not the Joker, so we just have to include it as an honorable mention. So this is an alternate suit for the Joker from Suicide Squad. As far as we know, it was never meant to be on screen and only exists in toy form, but it's too cool not to be on the list. Okay, so there are a number of people out there who really like this version of Joker, and as difficult as that is to believe, there are also a number of people out there who are so desperate to pave their own path in this world that they actually think that the Suicide Squad in general was good.
Stop it. Get some help.
David Ayer, when designing this rendition of the Joker, stated that he looked at Instagram for inspiration. Instagram, you know, the social media app that cosplay girls use to sucker lonely guys into paying for their premium Snapchats. Yeah, that's the app. Ayer stated that he became obsessed with Instagram drug dealers and based this modernized depiction of the Joker on this idea. And this outfit looks nothing like the Joker. I mean, I get wanting to make your own version, but this couldn't be farther from an acceptable design. He is shirtless most of the time, but don't you worry, he wears a purple crocodile skin jacket over top of his bare skin. He rocks a slicked back greaser haircut, a stupid rapper grill, which, to be fair, is there because Batman crushed the Joker's face after he killed Jason Todd, and I would have loved to see this scene in a flashback, but you know, DC gonna DC. And let's not forget some of the dumbest looking tattoos of all time, including the word damaged printed right on his forehead. Ayer has said that this design element was a step too far, and if he could do it again, he'd remove the damaged tattoo, but the damage has already been done. Did you know that Mark Hamill did actually portray the Joker in live action? You didn't? Well, don't doubt yourself now, because he really did it. But he did do the voice for this version of the Joker, who first appeared in the very short-lived and very terrible Birds of Prey television series. This Joker is the worst attempt at a Silver Age Joker I've ever seen. His face paint is completely too light, as they didn't apply enough, and you can see the actor's actual skin tone underneath. But not only that, his lips aren't even red, and if they are, it's clear he's got lip gloss on instead of lipstick. I can't blame the guy here too much, though. I mean, lip gloss was all the rage in the 2000s. Tommy Wiseau is one of the worst actors of all time, and his legendarily bad film, The Room, is a cult classic for its horrible acting and nonsensical plot. Last year, Nerdist was able to secure his talents in order to redo some of the most famous scenes and quotes from The Dark Knight. It's a bit over the top, and honestly, it's supposed to be. At this point, Tommy is just a parody of himself, and that's fine. The design of this outfit is a knockoff of the Dark Knight Joker, and overall the suit is solid, but since it's a remake of a better suit on this list, I can't in good conscience make it any higher than it already is. So Cameron is now playing the Joker on Gotham, a show that was so unapologetically un-Batman in the first season that I gave up on it entirely after the first few episodes. And I know, every time I bring this up, everyone yells at me to watch the show, and one day I might, but today is not that day. This show has a tremendous amount of promise to me. I pictured a Law & Order style type show that chronicled the rise of multiple crime families and villains before the emergence of Bruce Wayne. Instead, what we got was this. What the fuck is this? At first, Fox tried to tell us that this wasn't the Joker, then it was the Joker, and then it inspired the Joker. I don't even know anymore, and frankly, I don't care too much. It clearly steals its inspiration from the New 52 version of the Joker, wherein the Joker had his face cut off by the doll maker. Except, where that Joker was scary, this Joker just looks like a goof, a little goofball. It looks like the bastard child of Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson's Joker with a sprinkle of Greg Capullo's New 52 design, and none of it works. At all. This version of the Joker was created during the early 2000s when Batman starred in a slew of OnSTAR commercials because a man with a seemingly limitless amount of money can never be too careful when it comes to his ride. This version of the Joker is actually not that bad. It's very obviously modeled after the Silver Age version of the Joker, and while it's kind of cheap looking, I like that they didn't try to recreate the look of Jack Nicholson's Joker, so big props for doing something original. Another outfit worn by our favorite Joker, Jokes Malone. This suit is actually really good. The silver and red is a nice departure from the standard purple and green, and the biggest issue I have with Jared Leto Joker isn't the tattoos on his body. I actually liked some of them, but the Joker is really not one to show off his chiseled bod. And by actually putting clothes on him, the design is passable. This suit pays homage to the classic outfit that the Joker wears in The Dark Knight Returns, and you can never go wrong with the classics. While not made specifically for a movie, television show, or commercial, Prince's PARTYMAN Joker outfit is nearly as iconic as any other Joker on the list. Being a hybrid of the Joker and Two-Face to show the two sides of Prince during the video was a great idea, and to be honest, Prince looked fantastic as a Silver Age-ish version of the Joker. 3 Suicide Squad Jokers in one video? And the reason this version of the Joker is much higher on the list is because there is, in theory, a cut of the Suicide Squad out there that has a significant amount of additional Joker footage that includes Jared Leto in this costume for the majority of the time. It's based off of one of the most iconic looks for the Joker, and it's a shame that we didn't get to see more of these scenes in the movie because he looks really good in this, despite the lack of eyebrows and the damaged tattoo. Hashtag Release the Ayer cut. This is the outfit worn by Jack Napier during the iconic art scene from Batman 1989. This design is great. The Joker rocks his classic Joker suit with some kind of floppy beret meant to be a parody of your typical art connoisseur.
Bullshit. Derivative. That I love. I absolutely love.
With Prince blasting in the background, you can't help but immediately think of Raspberry Beret. Alright, I'll never sing again. I'm sorry, but the song is just so catchy. Not only that, but the way the designers had the Joker wear skin tone makeup over top of his already bleached skin was genius, and the way that it was implemented during the films was absolutely flawless. The Dark Knight version of the Joker is possibly the darkest and the most humorous version of the Joker that we've ever seen on screen, and he nailed both by donning this outfit during the events of The Dark Knight. Mercilessly mowing down anyone who enters Dent's room to actually following up on his threat to blow up the hospital shows us how seriously this Joker should be taken. But on the other hand, he wears a dress and a wig, and he's saying things like this.
Hi.
The dichotomy of the Joker is on full display here, and it's done to perfection. This costume and the part it plays in The Dark Knight is so great. The way the Joker blended in with his crew to confuse not only them, but the bank he was robbing was genius. And I know I've said this a lot, but it's true in each case. His suit was toned down so he looked more in line with his crew, and his mask was a clear reference to Cesar Romero's Pagliacci Joker outfit. But what really makes this outfit so great is the reveal, which in my opinion is one of the best character introductions in the history of cinema. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Ah, the 60s, when we really didn't expect our superheroes or their villains to be grounded in reality. This Joker embodies that feeling completely, and I'm lumping all outfits worn by this Joker into this slot, because if I didn't, we'd be here forever. From the outrageous surfer outfit, to the sad clown Pagliacci costume, to the classic mustachioed Joker, I love them all. You know, I really never noticed the mustache growing up, but it just adds to the ridiculousness and the charm of the first live-action Joker. This Joker's appearance is firmly rooted in the inspiration from the Silver Age comics. It's campy, but it's campy because that's how superheroes were viewed at the time. Grounding comic books in reality wasn't really something that people did back then, and because of that, I can't knock the approach. A costume worn by Jack Napier's Joker during the City Hall Massacre. This costume is brilliant in the way that it is equal parts harmless and terrifying. Jack Nicholson was a master at switching between a playful and fun Joker to a sick and twisted psychopath. Complete with turn-of-the-century top hat, dicky, and using a harmless feather pen as a lethal weapon, Joker cements himself as the best Green Arrow in the history of live-action DC with this one. Hello, Vinny, it's your Uncle Bingo. Can I get a hashtag time to pay the check in the comments, please? So unlike our previous suit rankings, the stage version of the Joker is actually really good. It's a mix between the Arkham series outfit with some Beetlejuice tossed in for good measure. Of course, this outfit is more bold with the coloration compared to some of the other suits, but it makes sense. You want the costume to read well from a distance. The large pinstripes feel very Joker, along with the coattails and the vest, which is printed with Joker cards. It's all very on the nose, and it works to great effect. The makeup is also just as outlandish as the outfit. Added prosthetics to the actor's nose and chin make him seem even more Joker-like. Of course, this would never work on screen, but it's not meant to be on screen. I just love everything about this design. I know I really ripped on Gotham earlier in this video, and a lot of Gotham fans probably left at that point, but they deserved it. So now I'm going to praise them for making the decision to revive the fan favorite in an interesting way, as well as giving him a much more comic-accurate look. And, you know, a much better look. Despite how ridiculous the twin brother Joker idea is, I cannot deny that this look is great. Unlike previous entries, the design is much more subtle, giving him a toned-down color palette, leaving room for the Joker to grow more and more ridiculous as time goes on. Really nice job here, Gotham costume designers. Probably still not going to watch the show, though. So what can I say about Jack Nicholson's Joker that hasn't already been said? The design is just so perfect. The way that they gave him a permanent upturned smile is so creepy and off-putting. The colors are pure perfection, and of course Jack Nicholson's performance is so good that this Joker had to be in the top despite it not being the best look that we've ever seen. It's very classic Silver Age Joker with some crazy alterations that really make it its own and make it so iconic. Forget the haters, this design right here is awesome. Clearly making homage to Pagliacci and the classic circus clown look, this outfit is one of the most grounded interpretations of the Joker that we've ever had. Combining what's great about the Heath Ledger design with a classic clown makeup look that was worn by serial killer John Wayne Gacy, it gives us a unique and interesting look. Since his makeup is applied by hand, there's still room left to speculate whether or not the Joker will ever have the bleached skin from the comics, and let's not rule that out, but even if he doesn't, this look is still amazing. This is how to take an iconic design and make it your own. Simple changes, not over-the-top ones made with the Suicide Squad design. You don't need to change almost everything to make your design unique. The welcoming presence of a goofy circus clown is turned completely on its head with the haphazard application of the makeup combined with the unkempt, greasy hair. It's a great design choice, one that was borrowed from the best live-action Joker of all time. Now, many people here who are watching this video might not be old enough to remember what the Joker was like before The Dark Knight. In the comics, the Joker has been depicted in many different ways, but it was Heath Ledger's portrayal and the darkness surrounding him that helped define the character moving forward. The facial scars and subsequent stories about how he obtained them added to the creepy depth of the character that was missing from previous live-action incarnations. Even Jared Leto was so enamored with this version of the Joker that he wanted the facial scars on his version before being shot down by David Ayer. Other versions of the Joker were desperate to tell you where he came from and what he wanted. Heath Ledger's version didn't bother to weigh us down with backstory. This character let his appearance tell the tale. His fingers were caked in makeup where he applied it himself. His makeup was much less like a clown and more like something that you would see out of a painting from the Dark Ages. His suit appeared as fragmented and tossed together as the motivations that he used in his plans, and as Gordon says, it's custom made. It even featured a number of hidden knives that he could use whenever someone got too close. His hair was also considerably longer than it was normally shown in the comics. It's wild and unkempt. It's greasy and unwashed. A big departure from what we generally saw, which was a well-kept-together character from the comics. It's for these reasons, and many more, for why this version of the Joker is the best design that we have ever seen in live action.
Oh, and by the way, the suit, it wasn't cheap. You ought to know, you bought it.
And that is the entire list, ranking all of the live-action Jokers from worst to best. Did we miss any? Let us know down in the comments. Also, be sure to check out the Key Issues podcast on iTunes and on SoundCloud. Be sure to follow us on all these social medias. Check out our memberships. It's the best way to support us if you're into that. And also, join our Discord. We're in there every single day, and there's exclusive content in there that you can't get anywhere else. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Remember the motto, it's comics over everything, and I'll see you guys next time.